We have a very special guest. He's probably one of the busiest guys this season. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Santa Claus. Santa, thanks for joining us in the studio today.
You're welcome, Emily. It's good to be here.
Yes, it's great to have you. Usually we do our interview with you out on location at Menominee Park.
Correct.
But we decided to have you come visit us today. So thank you for coming in.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, I know it's a very busy time of year for you, and we're here to talk about a really fun event that you take part in every year, and that is Celebration of Lights.
Yes, that's correct. That is a very wonderful event. It's really enjoyable for me to be in Oshkosh for that event.
Sure. And before we get into the details, maybe you can give us some information on when Celebration of Lights is happening. When are we able to enjoy the beautiful light show at Menominee Park?
Well, Celebration Lights opened on Friday, November 25th, and it runs all the way through December 31st from 5 until 9 each evening.
Okay.
And Santa will be there every evening from November 25th through December 23rd from 5:30 to 8:30.
Wow. All right. So you'll be out there quite a bit.
Yes.
Wonderful. 5 to 9 p.m. nightly. It takes place in the beautiful Menominee Park. Couldn't ask for a better location for an experience like this. Maybe you can give us a little bit of background on, what exactly we can expect if we're going to visit the Celebration of Lights.
Well, it's a 1.2 mile route, and you wind through up and over the bridge, and you can see all the pretty reflections of the lights and the different bodies of water that are on there, the lagoons and Menominee and Lake Winnebago and Miller Bay. And so lights on both sides of the roads throughout most of the route, beautiful LED lights now, which are much brighter than the incandescent, but
yeah.
so it's a pretty ride.
And it's interesting, I went to the Celebration of Lights for the very first time last year, and there are little, it's almost sectioned off into different areas that are kind of cool. One of my favorite areas, I think, were some elves. I think we just saw them up on screen, the elves that were kind of all just dancing around. And of course you have the beautiful tree displays. And I think at the end there was a really cool display that was timed out with music.
Correct, yes.
Will you be having any of the same things that might be some people's favorites this year?
Well, we should have everything that we had last year plus some new items this year.
Ooh.
But we do have a 70-foot dragon this year that was in the show the first 2 or 3 years. Then it just sat around. We brought that back this year, and that really looks nice with the dragon itself and a bunch of little dragon cutouts around it. So it's very pretty.
So cool.
Right.
And we have the opportunity to listen to Christmas music as you're going through.
Right.
Tell us about that.
We have the radio station 96.5 FM. We borrow that station from the EAA. We work closely with them, so everything is okay. So yes, in the Christmas music, we secured a lot of it from Oshkosh Media.
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And what's the cost for families to come out? It's really a very affordable night out.
It's $8 per carload. If you bring a can of non-perishable food, then you get it for $7.
Wonderful.
And that food goes to, I think it's 8 or 9 agencies right here in Oshkosh and Winnebago County.
Wow.
And usually, this year our goal is to take in 10 tons of food.
Which I can imagine would be, a pretty realistic goal given the attendance of Celebration of Lights.
Yes.
Definitely.
And we took away all the coupons this year, so we want more food is what we're trying to say to the people.
That's great to know. And a good reminder for people donating food is to be aware if you are cleaning out your pantry not to donate expired food.
That's always a nice idea.
That's a mistake a lot of people make.
Yes, it is.
And, of course, donations, too. If, people want to give $1 or $2 in addition, that's welcomed as well.
All the money that's taken in there, Emily, goes right back into the program. We don't pay anyone. We're all volunteers, and so whatever we make, we put back into buying more lights, setting up more displays. So.
Wow, and that's something to note as well. It's completely volunteer basis. How does something like this happen? Just a really, really devoted community, I guess.
Yes, and we can always use more volunteers. I mean, we could do even more things if we had more volunteers, but we have to work within our means. If we can't do something because we don't have enough volunteers, we just don't do it.
Definitely.
But volunteers. We need volunteers.
If someone wants to volunteer, where can they go?
Well, they can go on our website. On there you can sign up to volunteer at www.oshkoshcelebrationoflights.org. There's a volunteer page where you can sign up. And then the message you send out goes to Devon Hudak, who's our volunteer coordinator. And so then she'll be in contact with you.
Perfect. And we talked about the cost for families to attend, $8 per carload, $7 if you bring a non-perishable food item. For those people who might not be able to make that happen, there are nights that you can get in for free. Can you tell us about that?
We have 5 community nights this year. November 29th, December 6th, December 13th, December 16th, and then also on Christmas Day night, December 25th this year.
Okay. And anything special going on for, special events or special nights that are devoted to certain causes?
Yes, we have actually quite a few of those. C.R. Meyer sponsors Patriot Night, where all veterans and people that have served in the service get in free. And then we have Senior Citizens Night, where they get a real nice mug this year, and that's sponsored by 4Imprint and Evergreen. And we have Oshkosh Zoological Society has a night tonight where they're trying to connect, or this year trying to connect or collect food items and stuff for the zoo. And then there's also the Humane Society night, sponsored by Lakeside Animal Hospital, where they hopefully collect a lot of products that go to their animals. So we have quite a few different nights. And Race for the Light comes through the lights.
Yes.
They come through and enjoy them, running or walking. So yeah, we do have quite a few special things.
Quite a few things going on. And of course, there's always something for the kids. One of those highlights being able to meet you.
Yes, and the nice thing about it, Emily, is that they pay their fee at the gate, and then there is no fee for visiting with Santa. And you can take as many pictures as you want with grandma, grandfather, or whatever you want to take, and that's all included.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
It's just a whole night out, great cause, wonderful thing here in Oshkosh. 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. nightly Celebration of Lights. We can find all the information on celebrationoflights.org.
Oshkosh Celebration
Oshkosh celebrationoflights.org. You also have a Facebook page, so there's always updates going up on there as well. You can find all the dates, times, and everything for the community nights and special events going on as well.
We also have carriage rides and a couple of nights with hay rides this year.
Ooh, great
Try
opportunities.
Those. Jody and Mike Schultz come up from Kewaskum with their horse Sally, a nice big Belgian horse, and they tow the people through the park. So it's very pretty.
Very cool. Anything else you'd like to add before we close out, Santa?
We do have this year a really wonderful gift shop inside Santa's Workshop.
Okay.
Norm and Nancy Reichenberger put it all together, and it's really nice. And they have a lot of really nice little gifts in there you can buy for friends and relatives.
Yeah, take advantage of some Christmas shopping while you're out at
Right,
Celebration.
you can do that, yes.
Wonderful. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Claus. I know you got to get back to all the work that you're doing. So once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year.
All right, well, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM. And Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. Oshkosh Today.